my name is Skip, and this is from the Fourth Row's review of Red Tails. Now, if you didn't know, Red Tails is about a group of African American fighter pilots during World War II. They were trained in Alabama, and they were the Tuskegee Airmen. Now, this is the second time the Tuskegee Airmen stories has been told as a movie. The last time it was an HBO made for television movie, and irony of all ironies, Cuba Gooding Jr. was in that one, and he's in this one. You know, him and Terrence Howard are the two leaders, main kind of like sergeants and lieutenants or whatever you would call it, guys that run this regiment of pilots. And, they've been trying to fight to get their guys some, real action during World War II instead of just, rescue missions or flying alongside just to get them flying time. And, because sometimes, these guys get a little anxious, and the main 4 or 5 guys that are in it are just basically nobodies that you never heard of. So I'm not even going to say their names because you never heard of them anyway. So, but the main guys, Terrence Howard and Cuba Gooding Jr. are the leaders, and they've been fighting, the brass of the United States to try to get some missions for these guys. One of the guys that have been kind of knocking them down is Bryan Cranston character. But something comes up and they end up getting a mission, and William McCraney puts a lot of trust in the Red Tails, or the Tuskegee Airmen, if you will, and he really needs them to come through. And Terrence Howard says, well, if my guy's going to do this mission, they need some new planes. And so they get some new planes, and they paint the tails red, and that's how you get the name Red Tails. And of course, they do a great job. But I liked this movie, and I thought the story was good. But I believe that you could have a movie about jet fighter pilots fighting other jet planes if it wasn't realistic. And I think the main star of this movie are the dogfights. I think you couldn't do the Tuskegee Airmen right without the dogfights being right, and then the planes being right, and all that World War II stuff being right. And I think they nailed it to a T. I mean, these dogfights were fantastic. I mean, the special effects, of course, George Lucas was the producer, and you probably already heard by now that he put $60 million of his own money into this movie, and it's taken almost 12 years to make. And so Industrial Light and Magic does the special effects. Go figure, right? So that it's going to be seamless, and this is, I guess this is, he said that this is his next Star Wars movie, except it's during World War II, because he learned a lot from doing the dog fights in the Star Wars movies, and they really do a great job in Red Tails, and I think the acting is really good from a bunch of nobodies, and of course Terrence Howard and Cuba Gooding Jr. and Bryan Cranston and William McCraney. And I really actually recommend you see this on, if you could, like a IMAX screen or a larger screen, because it just makes it that much better. And I really enjoyed Red Tails, and I think everybody, it doesn't matter, black, white, woman, man, go see this movie. It's a movie about a true story about a group of men that existed, and they fought for their country, and they were heroes, and they deserve your support to go see this movie. And I think George Lucas, it's great to see him doing something like this, like a historical movie about real people and real men. And I really liked Red Tails. So this is Skip, and this has been from the Fourth Row's review of Red Tails, and I definitely recommend it.